Congrats! We made it out of jail. But the debt's still breathing down our necks. So it's time for us to get creative and maybe a little criminal. Whether we're flying solo or teaming up with 3 friends, we'll be sneaking, stealing, and breaking into houses like pros. So make sure to grab your lockpicks, gas the guards, and just kick down the doors. Whatever it takes to pull off the job. Because in this one, we'll either pay what we owe, or we might just lose it all. Welcome to the early look at Crime Simulator. So here on the channel, I played the demo, but now this is the official sort of early look at the early access of what will be Crime Simulator coming out very shortly. So thank you very much to the devs as well as to the publisher for the key. I really do appreciate it. It's really awesome, and I really look forward to jumping on in. I did the tutorial, and I do see some changes to the HUD. Some really nice changes, by the way. Very clean, very minimalist. I like it a lot. And then on top of that, just some good-looking gameplay. So let's go ahead and start a new game.
Seems like some big fish wants you out of here. They've got some demands. Read this through and sign it below.
Okay.
Defendant, mine, love it. Bail $50,000. By the way, the name is based off of your Steam name, which is really cool. Reason for release, bail paid in full. Wanted to flip those words around. Don't waste this opportunity. You're now free, but we expect you to repay your debt in full.
Okay.
Well, have fun out there.
Oh, thanks.
We went to Muppet Jail. You hate to see it. Jeez. I mean, there are parts of me that definitely crack, but ow.
As we've discussed previously, you have to pay off your debt in various not-so-moral ways. Steal things from people, complete jobs for cash, and all the other stuff. Good luck.
I will say the sound effects sound really good. The visuals are quite nice. The music is very good in this game. I, so far, have really enjoyed it. Our hideout. Gives very, like, Escape from Tarkov vibes right now. Parkour. So in this game, you can find keys if you search hard enough, potentially, to unlock doors, or you can break in. You can throw a rock through glass, for example. You could also just open a window if it's unlocked. If it is locked, then you'll need a glass cutter and things like that. These are the same devs that did Thief Simulator 2, so there are probably going to be some similarities, more or less. But that is also because it's just they've taken what they've learned and they're putting it into this. Alright, so our main computer where we can get our store, and we can get access to all the items we have available to us. Glass knife, stethoscope, bobby pin, first aid kits, armor vest. And this is all stuff where if you're in the lobby, which is basically what this is, right? It's a lobby. Because this is also co-op. So you can have friends join you as well and jump into these. And with this, though, we can see that we can get everything now, or we can get everything when we're actually in the mission. On top of that, we have different jobs. So they are, I believe they are, yeah, they are timed based. So days to complete 3, for example. You might see 1 day, 2 day. But there are rewards, experience and money. Can't go wrong there. Plant a package in the marked location. Item requests as well. So as you collect items that you've stolen, you can either instantly turn them in for some cash, or you can hold on to it, bank it for this, where you then get experience and cash. And then we have locations. So this is where you can learn more information about the different locations. So if you're going to break into, say, the Allen's house at 101, you can buy to uncover tenant information. You can buy to uncover hints as well to get an idea of the house before you go in. That's especially important for larger places like the garage units where they have cameras, potentially security devices or sound security devices and stuff like that. And there is furniture, so you can get this for your truck and for your, I'm guessing, also your hideout here. Ooh, terminal. Future is now. Growing racks. Oh boy. Okay. Are we going to be dealing too, or what? Curious on that now. So let's go ahead and accept this job. It's going to be 3 days, Rural Street, 106. So with that, we're going to look at the locations. We're going to go to 106. We're definitely going to pay for this. Tenant's routine is completely randomized, but she likes to sleep. Fantastic. Breakable crates in the shed. Okay, so you can break them, but that's noise. So you could attract attention to you, whether it's from the person in the house or on the property, or someone that's walking by. So you do have to be careful of those things. No cameras or alarms, only 1 security level. Okay. Yeah, if anything, this gives me vibes of Phasmophobia, but without the ghosts. But I like it. Like, I don't care if it reminds me of Phasmophobia or not. I think the layout makes sense for what we're doing. Even though trying to hide a full truck out in the open, I mean, it does say shipping company, so it could just be like, oh yeah, they're just off taking a break after a long drive, or they're delivering something, but it probably is a bit strange in smaller neighborhoods, but the concept works. I like it. Okay, so we get pay to unlock heists. We have towns, difficulty, casual. So for casual, 10% base cut, reduced NPC eyesight and hearing, only guards and police are armed. Delayed police response, minuscule spawn chance for better loot. I want to do normal. So I want to do 25% base cut, normal NPC awareness, guards, police, and some people are armed. Decent spawn chance for better loot, max wanted level 2. So I want to try normal first, just see how it is. And we can see challenges as well, which is pretty cool. And we can punch them really aggressively. And with these challenges, as long as we complete them, we get money and experience as well. Steal items without being seen, unlock locks without being seen, and complete item requests. Oh, okay, so A and D to go back and forth. Cool, cool. Alright, so team credits 450. Quota is $1,000 we need to steal within 3 days. So it's kind of like Phasmophobia meets Lethal Company in some respects. Yeah, I really like the HUD. I think it's very clean. And also, you could do the hide and show controls, which I really like. So if you're like, oh, what is what button? Oh, it's all right there for you, which is super convenient. That's a good looking flashlight. And it actually works. There's some games where flashlights don't really mean much. But yeah, this game is a lot about learning the different locations and their layouts, because you could have cameras inside as well. In the demo, there was one place that had a camera in the basement. So you really do have to just kind of live and learn from the game a bit. Totally not weird at all, right?
Gotta do my laundry.
Oh yeah, you should totally do that, Becky. I'm just gonna hang out here and play on the slide. Oh wee! Look at me go. Now, is that too obvious? Okay. Ow, concussion. All the concussions. Also, something that's interesting with the game is that you can tap E to quickly open something, or hold E to slowly open or close something. And the reason for that is because it makes it so that way it impacts noise. So if you do it quickly, then you're making more noise than if you did it slowly.
Where are my pills?
I don't know, but you should probably take them and pass them out. Oh, we need a glass knife for that? Man. Also, people will notice, like, open windows and doors. So that's why I'm a little hesitant here. Oop, okay, she's leaving. Or is she looking around?
Gotta do my laundry.
Why don't you go do that then? Yeah, I need to get better sights on her. This... Oh, yep, there she is. This game kind of reminds me of Payday a little bit. Which I loved Payday, especially Payday 2. When I streamed on Twitch, that was like my go-to game. Lieutenant's routine is completely randomized, but she likes to sleep. Breakable crates in the shed. It's if I break the crates down, she's going to hear it, and then we're going to get cops on us. And I would assume it's not always guaranteed that there's something actually in the crates.
Gotta do my laundry.
Also, we don't have a crowbar. We could probably punch him, though. I imagine the gym for this guy is literally like a bunch of windows that you just end up trying to break into, and then breakable crates and stuff. Where the heck did she go? What are you doing? Wait, what? She wrapped around the house and then disappeared.
Gotta do my laundry.
Oh, there you are. Hi. Oh, she might see us through the window. Nyeh, I want that. I needs it. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I am ninja. Woo! Okay, then. Yeah, sound is so important in this game. Yeah, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Sleep. Yoink. Ooh. An iPod? Wow, bringing it back. Plant. I'm trying to plant the package. What, I just drop? Nice, okay.
Oh gosh!
Crap.
911, what's your emergency?
Car 15 responding.
Yeah, I liked how she just, like, instantly woke up and there was no indication that she was about to wake up. She was just up out of bed and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, the person waking up might need a little work. just a little bit. Okay, we're good. So we have 150 out of $1,000. Oh boy. Okay. I don't feel like there's that much stuff in that house, but I could be wrong. Where's our truck? There is no map outside of the HUD map, it seems like. Okay, so this will be where our abilities are. Once we unlock them. I am all kinds of turned around right now. Yeah, that's not our truck. That's where we ran to, though. So over here. This would be interesting co-op, that is for sure. Especially for the bigger houses. The smaller ones like this feels like it would be a bit weird. Going for a midnight jog, don't mind me. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so we need a simple lockpick kit. We have anything here? Yes, we do. Hey. Nice. Okay, so I think we're good there. Thank you. She has a safe in her house. Uh-oh. I wish we could track their routines and stuff, even though hers is randomized. But it would be nice if we could track like we could in Thief Simulator 2. But then again, if you're playing multiplayer, someone else can keep an eye on her, right? That's my assumption.
Somebody call
Oh,
911.
for the love of. Yeah, that was risky.
911, what's your emergency?
Car 15 responding.
Unfortunately, I'm getting a little... What do I want to say? I'm getting a little, like, antsy. So I'm trying to do this hastily now. But yeah, now it's daytime, so... I just knew we were running out of nighttime. Yeah, okay, we're just going to auto-return if we don't do it in a certain amount of time. See, that was my concern. Was running out of time and then not being able to collect a certain amount in the day. Because suppose we need 1,000. I'm just like, how are we supposed to get 1,000 from that house of all things? I have no idea. So yeah, we didn't do great, but that's okay. One, it's a bit of a learning process. Two, it was the fact that who knew she was just going to instantly jump out of bed and be instantly awake instead of no real, like, hit toward that. So, not much we could do there. I was trying to see if I could be cheeky and pull off doing the save. You have no skill points. Okay, but I would like to... This is a skill leaflet to learn to get a skill point. What do you mean we have no... Okay, fine. I feel like this is the point of the leaflets, right? Is that they give you a skill point, but okay. We'll go with it. Let's see, do we want anything else? Yeah, let's get a crowbar. A banana? I love the ratings. Great banana, 5 stars. Okay, star. Plus 5 star. Duocopter. Crossbow. There we go. So the crowbar does take away a slot until we expand our inventory, because right now it's very small. But it can be useful. Hey, claim reward. I claim by punching, thank you very much. $100 out of 1,000, 2 days left. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, the only thing I could think of is that she has a really good item in the safe, which was what I was trying to get to as quickly as possible. Oh, for the love of...
What was I doing?
Okay, so she had headphones and a safe. These better be really good headphones. Here, while we can, let's just go ahead and drop the very expensive, clearly, headphones. Nope, that's definitely not what I wanted to happen. There we go. So now she's asleep, but the question is for how long? Nope, okay, nothing we can still hear. For the love of... You, sir, I swear, drop kicks all around. Okay, I don't think we get the $1,000 from her house alone. Because I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, it looks like there wasn't anything in these. Okay. Oh, free crowbar, though. Heck yeah. And random cooking pot in the shed? What are you cooking, ma'am? Alright, let's go to locations, aids. Tenant might go to the guarded, unchanged security level, unarmed tenant, security camera in the basement. Okay, so we don't go to the basement of 102. At least not yet. So that's 106. Required level 3. Okay. I know in Thief Sim 2, you'd pick up the phone and they'd give you, like, timed challenges to steal stuff. So that might be what that is. Oh, there we go. 103. So is 102 over... Where is 102? Ah, 102. Yeah, having the time constraint is pretty intense, too. I could see where this would be probably a better co-op experience because of that. Love of. There we go. Now the only problem is that we're holding an item that's very suspicious. So we might get called out. Our stamina is not the best right now. All skills that you can work up toward, but at least at the current moment, we're struggle busting. Okay, so 2 items down. We can pick up a rock. We could throw a rock. You were heard? Okay. You know, fair enough. Whoop. And then, oop. Where I store my toilet paper, in the shed. Piece of candy. Howdy, neighbor. How's it going? You know, just hanging out being a neighbor. How about you? Nice. Hey, strong man. Amazing what you can learn from a magazine, you know? Remember to read, kids. It's important. Reading leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to strength. Though not all reading, so. Also, media literacy. Very important. Oh, that's right. Camera in the
I'm
basement.
calling the cops.
Oh, son of a...
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, I really don't like that. I don't like the fact that people can just wake up and there's no indicator to you as the player. That just feels like it's a little too strong on the NPC side. Like, they need to be yawning, they need to start rolling around, they need to give you signs that they're waking up, not just, I'm out of bed now, hey, how's it going? Now, for bigger locations, that won't be as big of a problem, right? Because you have more places to hide, you have more room to move around. But in small places like this, especially when you're in, like, the beginner areas, that needs to change. That really, because that will push people away from playing, honestly. They will get very frustrated with that. Now, why can't I... You have no skill points. I don't... Okay. Let's see. So, sprint, activate chat, crouch, jump. I'm hoping to view, like, a skill tree or something, but I guess we can't here. So we only have $200 to our name on day 2. I don't see how there's going to be any way that we get 1,000. Especially with being timed, I just don't see a way. So currently, I feel like we need a better indicator that the person in the house is waking up, not just an instant, oh, I'm up, hi, where's the party? And then the second thing is we really need to have it where we need to work on how fast the time goes. If you're solo, the time, I think, needs to go a little bit slower. Because I think right now it's probably the same time as if you were co-op. And if you were co-op, well, that's not really a problem. You have one person having eyes on the person, and then you have multiple people fanning out from there to grab stuff. But when you don't have that, and you can't track people, at least not yet, maybe it's a skill you get, but you can't track people as a solo player, that makes it very difficult. Almost too difficult, because you don't know what they're doing. So you're killing that time up. That time is getting eaten up by you just sitting there waiting, trying to figure out what they're doing. And I think that's going to hurt the game. I think there are some really cool things about the game, and I love the demo, but not really feeling the impact of those things in this. Like, I could feel that being a negative. And I don't want it to be, you know, I want it to do well. So, hopefully the devs can do something about that. A leather wallet, but we need a loaded leather wallet as well. Castle wine, Robert wine, Creek wine. Alright, well, we could dump this stuff off. Maybe we're meant to fail. Maybe it's meant to be super hard in the beginning. But I also feel like we're kind of getting the short end of the stick being solo. Okay, so we'll dump this stuff off and see what we can get out of it. Oh, okay, well that was enough for 1,000. Alright, so there we go. Okay, we did do it. Good. I was a little concerned because I'm like, I don't know how much money these things are going to really be. So, alright, brilliant. It can be done. You don't want to focus in on the first house. You want to try to expand out into at least a second house if you can. Buy information on that house and you can do it. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. I still think, though, that the time on the days could be detrimental, especially with bigger locations for solo players. So that is something to think about. Not being able to at least currently track people could be a detriment. Again, if it's a skill that you learn later on, then hey, that's great. That's so weird. Okay. Oh, and there's a radar. Oh, nice. You could have someone on radar being like, okay, you go here, you go there, kind of calling the shots. That's cool. And you can see where golden cards are, skill leaflets, door key, and police. Alright, we can accept more jobs as well to make some more money. So, destroy the lamp. Tom's house, 104, days to complete 3. Destroy the bathroom mirror. Destroy the garden gnomes. Yeah, I do really like the fact that we have these item requests on top of challenges and stuff. So that way it's just a quicker way of earning money and of getting experience, as well as kind of testing yourself to see what you can grab and maybe pushing you to play a little differently as well. If you need to maybe play a little bit more aggressively, these can kind of push you to do that, which I think is great. And you experience a fuller range of the game. I really love the amount of tools that's available to us. I think is really cool. And what's nice is you can have it on different people. And you could be like, okay, you're the window person and like the smash and grab person. You're the breaking into lockpicking. Like you can like delineate who's doing what. So you could say, oh, you know, you're specifically the lockpicker, so you get the stethoscope, you get the lockpick kits, you get this and that, which is really cool. Like, you can really have a fun time divvying up the different roles and being truly immersed in it. The only thing is, if you're a solo player, that might hurt you, because now you're trying to do the job of 4 people. Let's see. First aid kit, simple lockpick, bobby pin, stethoscope, glass knife, though, would not be bad. We have one of those. Yeah, zip ties can be used so you could actually take people hostage so they can't call the police, which is really nice. Ladder, banana. Credit card stealer. Oh, interesting. Crossbow. So I love the variety of tools. It's really impressive, honestly. Invisibility tool? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I wonder if it's because we're not the right level yet to use that perception magazine or whatever. That could be it. All right, let's go ahead and get a glass knife just so we have that as well. Yeah, so what I might do is, if I do more episodes in the future, I might see if I can't get DJ Evocation in and a few other folks to see that about playing this with a full squad and see what that experience is like. I don't think it's impossible for a single person to do this, but I think it's definitely weighed more toward the co-op experience. Because if you wanted the solo experience anyway, you'd play Thief Simulator 2, and so forth. Though it would be nice to have it balanced a little bit more, where if you wanted to play solo, that option is there. But also, you can play online. So I'm playing offline right now, but you can play online. So you could play with other players as well that you don't know. Personally, I'm not always a huge fan of that because you never quite know who you're going to get, and that's a whole other story, but that is there. Well, let's see. I guess we could do another job. Destroy the lamp, 104. Let's do... not item request, locations, that's what it is. Tenant stays home all night, sleeps very little. Oh, fun. If the security level is raised, a trap will appear. Huh? Okay. Silenced pistol. Oh boy. So there are weapons later on. But I'm sure that's especially useful for the heist, more so than, like, the home invasions. .106, 107. So we're looking for 104. Ah, right there. Unlike Thief Sim and Thief Sim 2, unfortunately, we don't have the daytime, because you could also break in during the daytime. Here, we only have the night, so that definitely ups the challenge a bit more. Now, the tricky thing is for the stuff that you can open and close, E is the action key for everything. So for picking up and for closing. So if you don't have that center dot on the object you want to pick up, you might accidentally close something very quickly and alert people around you. That's another issue that I could see rising, because that was an issue I had during the demo. Also a nice bathroom. Schnazzy. I don't know where he is. Haha! And we just get out. I don't care about things being closed. Do not care. Technically, that's being noticed. That does ding us, but he was coming, so whatever. If I can't track him, then all I can do is smash and grab. But where is the truck, though? That's another thing, is I do wish that the truck icon stayed active on the HUD map, so we actually know which direction we're going. But it's like within a certain radius, then it'll show up, which isn't super helpful. Like, I could see it from here before I even see it on the map, which is like, at that point, what's the point? Reading is important. Don't mess up your books. Alright, and of course, as we can see too, tools do have durability, so the icon will start filling up with red and eventually break. Now, I have a feeling two solo players will probably ask for an instant return home instead of that countdown. Because that countdown's only beneficial to a team. Hey, party. And then the quota just keeps getting higher and higher. So next quota is 2,500. Hey, do we have anything new at our disposal? Nothing in the store that I could tell. Locations, item requests. We've sold everything, so we won't have anything there. 2 more jobs on easy. A bed, interesting. So I wonder if the bed is just purely cosmetic, or if you could sleep on the truck and then just wake back up in the location you want to be at for the next day or something. Now, the chest is going to come in handy, because that's where you could store everything instead of throwing it on the ground. Only the host can open this chest, so your friends can't steal them. Oh, interesting. I mean, I can see people trolling, so I can see where that could be beneficial, but at the same time, the host could also kind of screw everyone over. Like, you're assuming the host is going to be the nicest of people. Which hopefully they will be, but still. So at that point, you're having the host basically organize all the stuff, which the host might not want to do, and then that makes the chest kind of obsolete. I am curious on the bed, though. Do we need it? No, but do I want to see what it's all about? Sure. Is it purely for in here, or is it for in the truck? There we go. Yep, punch it. No, so you can't... It doesn't seem like you can use it. It just seems like it's just for looks. We do it in here? Yeah. Okay, so it's just for looks. Alright, so overall, I really like the visuals and the audio cues and stuff like that. I do think this game does need a bit more work on the balancing if you're a solo player, because I do definitely feel like it's geared more toward the groups, which ideally is what separates it from games like Thief Sim and Thief Sim 2, but Still, there are going to be plenty of people that want to just solo this or don't have their friends on right at the moment, and so it's nice for them to be able to just jump in and still play your game without feeling like they're being punished for not having their friends available. So there is that. I do think it's a really nice touch to have the co-op, though, and be a team of burglars, because I know people are having that itch to want to play something like, say, a Payday 2 or something like that without having to play Payday 2 or Payday 3, which unfortunately is having its major ups and downs. So this is definitely a nice way of kind of scratching that itch. It doesn't have the same sort of gunplay by any means, but at least you have the stealth missions, so if you're really big into those stealth missions that were in Payday 2 and stuff, then you probably really have a good time with this game. But yeah, I do think it needs some balancing work. I do think it also needs some sort of slow progression when it comes to NPCs waking up, because it's just too instantaneous. And when you're in a small place, when you're just starting out and that happens, it kind of feels like you're being a little cheated in respects. And I think that's going to push some players away. But overall, I do really like it, and I think there's a lot of potential, and I would love to try it in co-op as well. So hopefully I can get a few folks together, and we'll try co-op and test it on out for y'all, and you can see for yourself what it's like. But thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourselves and each other. I look forward to hanging out with you in the next one.